Perfetto. Cominciamo. Buonasera a tutti. Allora, comincio in inglese. Good evening to everyone. My name is Indira Bonvini and I'm Vice President for CAP, which is the Coordination of Italian Professional Associations in Paris. In the name of CAP, I'm delighted to welcome you to this evening, the 4th edition of the Week of the Italian University Excellence. The objective of this week is to give you the opportunity of becoming familiar with our excellent Italian universities. Before going any further, I would like to thank the Italian Embassy, represented tonight by Luca Biferale, who has supported the initiative from the very beginning. Luca will introduce the evening in a few moments and will then explain the Italian university system. I would like to thank as well Irene Castagnoli, Console Generale d'Italia a Parigi, who will not be able to be with us tonight, but has always supported the initiative. Il Console Generale d'Italia a Metz, Emilio Lolli, will not be able to be with us tonight, but sends his warm regards to you and his encouragements. Tonight we have, this evening we have 4 universities presenting. Università Bocconi di Milano, presentato da Mario Tabarini e Barbara Prevosti. L'Università degli Studi di Milano, presentato da Anna Balgera. L'Università di Bologna, da Clara Borghi e Federica Onofri, e l'Università di Trento, presentato da Chiara Lombardo. Each university will have 20 minutes in total. They will use 15 minutes to introduce the university, and then we'll have 5 minutes for the Q&A. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate. You can write the question on the messaging system of Zoom, and we will respond. And now I have the pleasure and the honor to introduce Luca Biferale from the Italian Embassy in Paris. Luca, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Indira. Indeed, I am the scientific attaché at the Italian Embassy in Paris. It's a great pleasure, first of all, to thank Indira and all the friends of CAP, Francesco and Carmen, for organizing this series of events. For the presentation of Italian University Excellences. Many thanks, of course, also to the representatives of Bocconi, Trento, Milano, and Bologna University, and to all the students. Let me also, of course, bring you the greetings of the ambassador, Madame Terena Castaldo, and also of the Consul of Metz, Emilio Lolli. As already Indira said, unfortunately, he has some small health problems today and he could not join us. So I will introduce in a few minutes the Italian university system, but let me just nevertheless make a very short personal statement. I would like to remind you, to the students that are following us, that the Italian university system as a whole, I think, is one of the most virtuous examples of how excellence and mass education can indeed coexist. You need to know that most Italian universities are open to all students without selections related to previous studies. In some other cases, entries are assessed only on the basis of merit via entry test with no distinctions on the basis of the high school specialization and final score of the baccalaureate, as I will also explain you in a few minutes. And these facts allows for a very important social lift and social mix. And the students really have the feeling that there is always another chance whenever you are inside the Italian university. So this is really, in my opinion, the true strength of the Italian system, being in some sense at the same time inclusive and excellent, which is not easy to make the two things coexisting, and offering to the students optimal cultural, Italian cultural and educational environment in order to study, to be trained and live with really high quality in this very important and unique period of your life. After all, most of us will did the university only once in our lives, and also in your cases, probably you will only do it only once. Last suggestion. Whenever you need to decide, where to go, which university to enroll, do not look too much at numbers and rankings that are very important. They're very popular and very important. I mean, I'm not saying that you should not look at rankings at all, but they cannot be really the end of the story. Consider the quality of life, quality of the environment, teaching methods, ability to balance competition and cooperation, and many other facts, most of the time cannot be summarized by numbers. So this is, I mean, the real question you need to ask yourself is, will I enjoy what I will study? Will the environment be friendly and helpful? Will be an unforgettable and unique, as I say, the experience? I mean, these kind of questions are really the key questions. And I hope, and I'm sure that the colleagues from the universities that will present tonight will give you many answers about that. So now let me move to the more technical part. I will try to share my screen and present you the structure of Italian universities. Do you see my screen? I don't hear.
Dovresti mettere tutto schermo.
Yes, I'm trying to do it. Okay, now we are full screen, and I think I can even follow. Okay, good. So you should be able to follow the screen and to see my mouse. I will switch to French because I'm going to use many French words in order to establish a sort of vocabulary between Italian system and the French system, and hoping that this will help you to follow in a better way. First of all, my email here. Please do not hesitate to contact me if you need more information or if something is not clear. So, starting about, il faut parler en français, je vais vous lire. Alors, pour entrer à l'université italienne, aux universités italiennes, il y a deux différents parcours. Le premier parcours, il est le plus simple. Si vous êtes un étudiant, des étudiants du diplôme à ISA-Bac, et donc vous étudiez au même temps pour avoir la maturité italienne, la maturità italiana et le baccalauréat français, alors en ces cas-là, pour être inscrit dans des universités italiennes, c'est tout à fait simple. Il ne faut rien faire. Et vous pouvez aller directement chez l'université que vous préférez et vous inscrire. Et par contre, si vous êtes dans un cours de baccalauréat, tout simple, disons, sans le côté italien, alors avant de vous inscrire, vous devez demander au consulat italien de la circonscription dans laquelle vous vivez une déclaration de valeur. C'est tout à fait simple, c'est seulement disons, un papier qui vous permettra de vous inscrire aux universités italiennes avec le baccalauréat qui va être reconnu du côté aussi du ministère italien. Pour ce qui concerne l'organisation des universités italiennes, la plupart entre elles sont partagées en deux cycles. Il y a un premier cycle de durée de 3 ans, il s'appelle diplôme di laurea, et qui arrive à vous donner un diplôme di laurea, et qui est l'équivalent de la licence en France. Après ce premier cycle de 3 ans, il y a un deuxième cycle de 2 ans, qui vous amènera à la laurea magistrale en italien, et qui est l'équivalent du master en France. Et il y a quand même cette organisation en 2 cycles, elle est quand même pas générale, il y a des exceptions, et il y a plusieurs parcours à cycle unique. Surtout les plus importants sont les parcours en médecine et chirurgie, odontoiatrie, vétérinaire, et aussi les parcours en architecture, et quelques parcours en droit, pas dans toutes les universités, mais dans quelques universités aussi, le parcours en droit, il est avec un cycle unique. Qu'est-ce que veut dire cycle unique? Qu'est-ce que veut dire cycle unique? C'est qu'il n'y a pas de division en 2 cycles, et que la durée totale est soit de 6 ans pour médecine, odontoiatrie et vétérinaire, ou 5 ans pour les autres. Et à la fin de ces 6 ans ou 5 ans, vous arrivez à avoir la laurea magistrale, qui est l'équivalent du master français. Il faut faire gaffe, il faut faire attention quand vous essayez de trouver des informations sur les universités italiennes. parce qu'on peut faire un peu de confusion avec ce qu'on appelle master. Si vous allez chercher dans les sites des universités italiennes, vous verrez qu'il y a aussi des offertes des masters de premier niveau qui sont des cours de spécialisation de la durée de 1 an. Si c'est des premiers niveaux, ça veut dire que ça va être un cours après les premiers cycles, après le diplôme de lauréat, ou bien vous trouverez des masters de deuxième niveau qui sont toujours des cours de spécialisation de durée de 1 an et qu'on peut les suivre après la lauréat magistrale. Donc, les masters en italien sont des cours de spécialisation et ils n'ont rien à voir avec les masters que vous êtes habitués à connaître en France, qui par contre, il est l'équivalent de la lauréat magistrale. Pour les modalités d'accès, il y a presque 3 modalités différentes. Il y a des cours à accès libre, ça veut dire qu'ils sont sans condition. Vous pouvez vous inscrire, typiquement la rentrée, l'inscription, ça commence en juillet jusqu'à fin octobre. Et il n'y a pas de tests, il n'y a rien du tout, il faut simplement s'inscrire et payer, disons, les taxes, les impôts. Après, il y a des cours à accès limité qui sont réglés par les universités. Donc, chaque université décide combien d'étudiants elle peut accepter dans ces cours à accès limité. Et d'habitude, elles ont aussi des tests qui sont d'habitude faits en septembre pour pouvoir y entrer. Et bien sûr, étant des tests qui sont gérés par les universités, pour en savoir plus, vous devez demander directement aux universités. Et je suis sûr que déjà les universités qui vont présenter aujourd'hui, ils vont vous dire quelque chose. Plus importants sont les cours avec admission par examen national. Donc, il y a des cours comme médecine, vétérinaire, odontoiatrie, architecture et quelques professions sanitaires pour lesquels il faut passer un examen qui est fait au niveau national et qui est réglé par les ministères. Et là, je vais vous donner des exemples. Par exemple, le premier exemple, médecine. Et pour médecine, il y a un test national de 60 questions. Et les sujets sont des sujets de culture générale, logique, biologie, chimie, physique et mathématiques. Et c'est très important de savoir, comme je vous disais au début, ce n'est pas du tout important les résultats que vous avez au baccalauréat ou à l'examen de la maturité, pour ceux qui font les bac. Si vous pouvez entrer ou pas, ça va dépendre seulement des résultats au test. Il y a une date unique nationale qui est d'habitude, cette année-là, c'était le 3 septembre, c'est d'habitude le début de septembre. Il faut s'inscrire à l'avance, bien sûr. Et il y a un classement national. Ça veut dire que, par exemple, dans le 2021, il y avait 14 000 places disponibles dans toutes les facultés de médecine en Italie. On a eu presque 63 000 participants pour le cours de médecine en langue italienne et 13 000 participants pour le cours de médecine en langue anglaise. Et ça marche qu'une fois que vous avez passer les tests, il y a un classement national et les étudiants qui sont mieux classés, ils peuvent décider dans quelle université aller. Ce ne sont pas les universités qui vont choisir, mais ce sont les étudiants qui vont choisir. Et les règlements pour les tests, tout ça, il est publié chaque année en juin sur le site du ministère de l'Éducation nationale italien. Deuxième exemple d'examen national, c'est un peu différent. Par exemple, architecture. Dans ces cas-là, les ministères établissent seulement la structure du test et les arguments. Ils déterminent aussi le nombre de postes disponibles réservés à chaque université et la date de l'examen. Mais après, ce sont les universités qui vont choisir d'une façon autonome le contenu des questions et la modalité d'effectuation du test. Donc, qu'est-ce que ça veut dire? Ça veut dire qu'après, chaque université aura son classement particulier dans son institut. Il n'y a plus un classement national. Donc, si vous voulez vous inscrire ou vous essayez de faire les tests en architecture à, je ne sais pas, Milan, Bologne, Rome et Catanzaro, il faut passer 4 tests différents dans chacune université. Bien sûr, disons la publication des règlements, qui en italien il est appelé bando, il est d'habitude fait en mois de juin sur les sites de chaque université. Après, il y a aussi une autre opportunité qui est assez intéressante, surtout pour des étudiants qui sont, disons, déjà étudiés en France. Ce sont les courses, les doubles, ce qu'on appelle les doubles diplômes ou les doubles cursus. Sont quelques universités offrent aussi des cours doubles. Ça veut dire que vous allez avoir à la fin de vos études soit les diplômes français de l'université française, soit le diplôme de l'université italienne. Donc, vous avez 2 titres au même temps. Et toute la liste des accords doubles, des doubles diplômes, chaque année est publiée dans ces sites qui est géré par l'Institut français. Et finalement, un peu de chiffres. En Italie, il y a un total de 96 universités, et un peu bien sûr dans toutes les régions italiennes. Il y en a 20 qui sont privées et 11 qui sont en ligne. Et il y a des sites qui sont assez bien faits sur tous ces sites-là. Les sites universitarie.it, c'est un site dans lequel vous pouvez trouver tous les renseignements pour où vous pouvez étudier, qu'est-ce que vous pouvez étudier, les normes des universités, combien ça coûte les inscriptions, s'il y a des cours en anglais et beaucoup d'autres informations. En plus, bien sûr, si vous voulez des informations plus détaillées, vous pouvez toujours vous adresser au bureau scolaire, Ufficio Scuola, et auprès du consulat général d'Italie, situé dans votre circonscription, ou bien, comme je vous disais au début, me contacter à ces courriers ici, et je serai ravi de vous répondre. Merci.
Perfetto. Thank you very much, Luca, for the presentation. It's always very important to have clear the system in Italy before starting. Now let's move on, and let's move on to our guest universities. And first of all, we have Università Bocconi, Mario Tabarini e Barbara Prevosti will introduce the university.
Thank you so
Mario,
much.
The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Indira. It's a pleasure to be here tonight, and welcome everybody. So I will share my screen now. Here I am. My name is Mario Tabarini. I'm in charge of the guidance and recruitment team here at Bocconi University, Milano. I'm here today with my colleague Barbara, and we will be presenting our university, and be glad to answer your question. I'm starting with rankings. I copy what the scientific attaché said, Luca Vittorale said about the rankings. Is not all about rankings, and rankings are one of the indicators of the quality of a single university. We are well positioned basically everywhere in any ranking that considers, for example, the diversity of the university, the placement, the components of international students, or male-female ratio, and all that stuff, and many other indicators. So we are positioned among the 20 top schools in the world in our disciplines. We are focusing on social sciences, and among the top, let's say, 5 in Europe. We are also very well positioned in terms of research. So these are not rankings, for example, but if you consider the European research grants given out last year, but in the recent years, it's always been the same. Apart from a couple of UK universities, we were the most, our faculty members were the ones that got the most grants from the European Union in the fields of social sciences and management. We are very much international as well. We have over 280 partners all over the world, and basically we combine the quantity, so the number of partners, which gives the opportunity to every year to 2,000 students of Bocconi to spend a period of study abroad with the quality. So basically in the social sciences, we have the top universities in any continent. We are very much connected with the business community too, as we are, sorry, I think I missed, here we are. We are very much connected with the business community as we were born and founded by an entrepreneur, Mr. Ferdinando Bocconi. He was an entrepreneur who decided to put money on education in 1902 and founded the university, named it after his son, Luigi Bocconi. And for many years, Bocconi has been the only university in Italy granting a degree in economics and commerce. Bocconi is quite recent for Italian standards. We have Bologna here, who is one of the oldest, probably the oldest university in the world. But when it comes to economics and commerce, Bocconi has been one of the first, actually the first in Italy, and the only one for many years, and one of the first business schools in the world, I would say. We are very much connected with the business community. As said, 4,000 employers are active on campus with activities throughout the year, and as a result, we have offered in 2020, which is a very peculiar year, the pandemic year, we had 7,000 opportunities of placement and internship offered to our students. In a normal year, so back in 2019 and the years before, this number was 11,000 plus every year. So every single Bocconi students have basically many of every year of placement or internship. We also take advantage of our alumni network of alumni worldwide. We have over 120,000 alumni worldwide, and this creates a very, very relevant, let's say, network relationship that can last for life for our students, and build up a network of that creates opportunities for the students to interact with other Bocconi alumni all over the world who can offer also, let's say, working opportunities, but also they do mentorship to our students too. Our career fair is called Bocconi and Job. We have a virtual career fair. We also have live career fairs in Bocconi twice a year, and also in other places, including Paris. We have then career fairs focused on specific, let's say, activities, areas of expertise, investment banking, and other areas. As a result, the placement of our students is outstanding. Over 93% of students are employed 1 year after graduation. This is after the master, because after the bachelor, basic 95% of the students continue and do studies. These statistics are not only about Bocconi, but are statistics valid throughout all over Italy, I would say. And so they continue to study, and after the master, they enter the job market. And in that sense, I'm pleased to say that 3 out of 4 students on the day of graduation, they already work. It's not that they have an offer, they are already working and they're employed. So really good percentage of placement. Our academic offer, we are, as I said, the social science universities. So we offer degree courses in management, in finance, then in management for arts, culture, and communication. And these are the, let's say, management focused courses plus economics. Then we have politics and government. Bocconi started in 2015 to offer a politics course. And the peculiarity of this course is that has a mandatory and guaranteed exchange experience abroad. And then we have economics and social sciences, a pure economics course, very much quantitative. And then a couple of courses more focused towards the data science area. One is in between a management course and a computer science course. And it was, let's say, required and asked by the job market to form students that are in a way, and graduates that are in a way good managers, but also can read and can manage the data. And this is an area of study which has really a lot of potential in the future. And the last kid in town was in the offer was the mathematical and computing sciences for artificial intelligence that we added last year, and it's a math course, but the idea here is to study physics, mathematics, economics, statistics, and to model them to be applied to the very relevant word today of artificial intelligence. We also have a flagship program, which is the World Bachelor in Business. You know, in Italy, as Dr. Biferale said, the first cycle degree is 3 years. So all the programs that you see are 3 years, but we have one 4-year program because this is a program that it's unique in the world. It's a bachelor course that gets to 3 degrees from 3 different universities in 3 continents. So the first year is spent at the University of Southern California, the second year in Los Angeles, in the States, the second year at Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, and the third year in Milano at Bocconi, and the fourth year in any of the in one of the 3 places chosen by the student. So in 4 years, you get 3 degrees from 3 different systems and have access to 3 different job markets. Then we have courses taught in Italian, of course, for the students who wanna study in Italian. Basically, all the courses that you find in English too, not all of them, some of them, the biggest ones, plus a 5-year degree in law, also as Professor Biferale kindly explained. The law degree in Italy is actually, most of the law degrees are 5 years, and this law degree is in Italian. How is the bachelor program structured at Bocconi? So the first year you learn the fundamentals, and you do all the compulsory courses. So it will be mathematics, statistics, law, microeconomics, macroeconomics, and so on and so forth. And then you do also a course in critical thinking. We focus very much on the soft skills, which are very well required by the managers, the job market, as well as the hard skills, so that the competencies in the single discipline. And also we have a mandatory course in computer science on Python for the reasons mentioned before about the importance of data. Then the second year you focus on your study, and then the third year basically you do the exchange program in one of the places I mentioned before. You do the elective courses, so you can choose among a wide range of electives and focus on disciplines that you like the most, and then you can also do an internship. And we have a final thesis, a final report. How do we select the students? We do evaluate, we do have a test, a mandatory selection test, which could be the SAT or the ACT, these are international recognized tests, or can be our test, the Bocconi test. The Bocconi test can be done online, so you don't need to come to Milano to take the test, and this counts for the 50% of the evaluation. Then we have, we look at your grades at the high school. So we look at the second to last year and the third to last year. We don't look at last year grades, and this counts for 43%. Then you have, if you have a language certificate of B2 level, we can count that as well a bit on the final evaluation. We do give relevance also the more qualitative parts of the dossier of a candidate by looking at the CV and the personal statement or a motivational letter. And this counts in very much when you have students who have a quantitative part and elements that are very similar, and also in case that we do evaluate the candidate for a scholarship as well. And I will talk about scholarship in the following slide. For the World Bachelor in Business, the program that leads to 3 degrees, we have a different selection that goes on the American system. And in this case,
quelle dell'iPhone con il jack dell'iPhone.
ACT are not.
Cortesia, se ci sono delle persone che non hanno messo silenzioso, vi prego di mettere silenzioso, così ascoltiamo Mario Tabarini. Grazie.
Grazie, Indira. So for this program, the SAT, ACT is optional, is not mandatory as it is for the Bocconi, but it's highly recommended. For this program, we cannot accept the Bocconi test because this is a joint with other universities. We have 3 rounds of selection. So if you are in your last year, you still have 2 rounds to go. So one is the winter session. We open the application this Monday, actually, and the deadline is 25th of January, and the Bocconi test will be in February. Then you have the spring session, and the deadline is in April, and the test is in May. If you are in the second to last year or previous years, you still have all the 3 rounds available. So we have the early session, which is in the summer between your second to last year and the last year, and then the winter session and the early session. So for you, for the ones who are not in their last year, you can start applying to Bocconi in the spring, and the deadline is in June 2022. So we do have 3 sessions, as I mentioned, but in the first 2 sessions, we basically place most of the class. So about around 90% of classes, let's say, assigned in the first 2 sessions. So it is important for you to know that if you want to apply to Bocconi, you have to apply as early as possible. So if you are now in your last year, please do apply for the winter session, because the spring session is kind of residual. So we give out only 10% of places. If you're in the second to last year, then do apply by the early session. Also because for another couple of reasons. First of all, if you're not admitted, you can reapply. So you have more chances. Second reason, we give, as I mentioned, we give most of the places in the first rounds. And also we give, you have more opportunities to get a scholarship as well in these first rounds. Coming to fees, funding, and scholarship. So Bocconi is a private university, so we have a fee which is higher than the other universities in Italy, most of the other universities in Italy, and for sure the state universities. And the BSc fees, the bachelor fees is 13,000, the Master of Science fees is 14,000 euros. But it's important to say that only 3 out of 4 students pay this full fee, because 1 out of 4, by around, we're reaching 30%, do not pay the full fee, because we have lots of scholarship. We put, let's say, 36 million on scholarship this year, and it was 23 million 5 years ago. So Bocconi invested a lot in getting the best talented students in order to, let's say, allow them to enter Bocconi and to join Bocconi, even if they don't have the financial condition to pay the full fee. So this is something that Bocconi invested a lot. And we have different kind of awards. So the merit awards are given on the basis of the quality of the candidate, and merit awards is a full tuition waiver, you don't pay anything. International awards, half tuition waiver, and then some specific awards, like in case of women, we do specific awards for that as well. And really hundreds of scholarships every year. Then you have need-based scholarship. These are not based on merit, but based on the socioeconomic condition of the candidate. And we have lots of them as well. And also in this case, you may not pay anything, or you pay a reduced fee up to 5,000 euros per year. Then, of course, if you apply to an international program, study or work abroad program, then we have lots of contribution, our own contribution given by Bocconi, but also you can join the Erasmus funds as well. And then we also have agreements with banks to get loans to students. So Bocconi grant, guarantee the bank, the students towards the bank, and allow the student to get loans, and you can start paying the loans actually 1 year after graduation. So basically you don't pay anything until you work and you are and you can pay Bocconi. And as we said before, the placement of Bocconi is very high. So all Bocconi graduates then work and have the possibility to pay back the university later on. This is a model very, very common in the United States, less common in Europe, but still it's a possibility if you don't have the chance to get a scholarship. If there is among you any of US citizens, then we are FAFSA resistant. We offer housing opportunities in Milano, in Bocconi, so very close to the university, 8 dorms to 2,000 rooms. We satisfy quite well the demand, but if you cannot get a place in one of our dorms, then Bocconi and Milan in general is a student city. Lots of students, 8 universities, and lots of apartments available. Bocconi is in a nice area of Milan, the Navigli area, where basically most of the students live, and it's really if you don't get a place in a dorm, you have lots of other possibilities from very different kinds of price range, from shared bedroom to a 1-bed apartment. So depending economic possibilities. Our campus, as I said, is downtown. It's actually, let's say, 25 minutes walking by the Duomo, which is the main square of Milan, and it's very active. We have lots of student association. We have every single day something going on. To give you an example, last year, the opening of the academic year was done by Ursula von der Leyen, the president of the European Union. So it's really lots of, here we have the founder of Starbucks, our Schulz, and lots of other Tim Cook from Apple. So lots of events going on every single day in our campus. We have inaugurated last December a new sports center, brand new sports center, very nice. We have an indoor Olympic swimming pool and very exciting area that is actually under the spotlight in these days. It's winning actually European prizes for the new concept of doing a sports center. So you can enjoy also that in an urban campus. This is another very good, let's say, advantage. We are in the middle of the city, and really exciting to be in Milano. I'm not spending too much on Milano because I'm sure you are aware of Milano, but it's really a city which is living a printemps, we say primavera, very nice city in the recent years, combines the, let's say, beauty of all the Italian style city areas of the city, very beautiful, but also with modern skyscrapers and very European, I would say, as a city, even if based in Italy. So the next events that we have, before closing my presentation and opening up to questions, we do have a Bocconi Meets France. Bocconi Meets is our flagship event for promoting our university abroad. We do have on 29th of November, Bocconi Meets France. I will be myself with our dean for the graduate school, and you can register that link. Then we have our open day where you can listen from, these are virtual, so it will be online. All these events are online. So you can join us for the high school students open day on Saturday, 15th of January, 2022. Then we have open classes and master classes. So we do open classes in very trendy topics run by our faculty members. We had one yesterday with 500 students in fashion management. So also this opportunity, and we do offer a summer school that next year will be back. Fingers crossed, we'll be back live on campus in Milano, in Bocconi, in July. So I think I can stop share my screen. I see many questions. I don't know if Barbara already answered, but if we can put Barbara.
Yes. Hi. Hello, everyone. Bonsoir à tous. Yes, I already answered to all the questions. They were related, the majority, to the admission process, as Mario was mentioning you during the chart before. So just to sum up, we ask for transcripts, so Premiere and Seconde in particular, then the SAT, ACT, or Bocconi test. You can download the simulation test from our website. www.unibocconi.eu/Bocconi test is the website where you can refer to, and CV and motivational letter. We have 3 times of application, so you can apply when you are in Premiere. So pas de problème. And I will be very fast and saying that just in case you can reach out to undergraduate.services@unibocconi.it, which is our email address. We answer you daily, 24 hours per 7, more or less. Thank you so much for your attention. And now I leave the floor to Indira again.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the presentation. Maybe can we write down in the messaging system again the address for the test? I think
Oui, bien sûr. Bien sûr. Oui, bien sûr. Je vais le faire tout de suite.
Of email.
Absolutely. I'm gonna do it. Je vais le faire tout de suite, subito.
So is there any question left? I think that Barbara and Mario have replied to all questions. Okay. Yes, we had quite a few a little discussion on the messaging system with regards to the language, English or Italian. But yes, indeed, we do have students tonight who do not speak Italian. And so we will keep going with English language. So if you do not understand something, please write a note. We can, we can pick it up and even translate if necessary. So again, thank you very much for the presentation of Bocconi. And let's move on with Università degli Studi di Milano. Anna Balgera is with us tonight.
Yeah, thank you very much, Indira.
Thank you.
Good evening to everybody. It's a pleasure to be here today and to have the chance to present University of Milan. My name is Anna Balgera, as Indira was saying before, and I'm working at Mobility Office, International Recruitment and Mobility Office of University of Milan. So I can share my screen in order to briefly present my university, and afterwards, of course, I will be more than happy to answer all your questions and all, of course, to clarify all the doubts you might have. University of Milan is a public, very big university located, of course, in the city of Milan, which is in the north part of Italy, as also my colleague of Bocconi was saying before. It's an international European university city, so it's very likely like a capital, a European capital. We are a public university, and we cover almost all fields of study except for architecture and engineering, because in Milan they are covered by another university, Politecnico one. So we do cover almost all fields of study and also all levels of study, meaning a bachelor, master, single cycle programs, PhD program, specialization schools for medicine and other specialization schools. So almost all fields of study and all levels of study. We are quite young because we were founded in 1924. So compared to other Italian universities, we are definitely young, but we are very big because we count more than 60,000 students enrolled. So we are one of the biggest university in Italy and also in Europe. And we are very focused to research and to the quality of teaching. So these two primary commitments are also reflected by our position in world ranking, as also we were saying before, we are very big, so we cover almost all fields of study, especially for what concerns medicine area, healthcare and medicine, and also economics, political sciences, and law. We are very high in ranking, in international rankings. We are at the 7th place according to QS ranking in Italy. This commitment toward research is also reflected in our in the fact that we are the only Italian member of LERU, which is the League of European Research Universities, that counts universities like Cambridge, Leiden, Utrecht, very, very famous universities in Europe. And we are the only Italian university member of this league. So we are very proud of this, and also very proud of our commitment towards the high quality of teaching that has qualified us as one of the most important universities, also given to the fact that we are very connected to the business environment of Milan and of course of Italy. A few numbers regarding our university. So we count more than 60,000 students enrolled. We have more than 140 study programs in all disciplines. We also have 33 PhD programs that are also, the most part of them are entirely taught in English. Of our students, more than 5,000, almost 5,000 are international students, meaning that they are, of course, from all over the world. As you can see from here, our international students, they are basically from Europe and Asia for the most part of them, but also they came from South Africa, and also North America. As you can see in the graph, number of international students has continuously improved in the last year, especially for what concerns master students. This is because of our 140 programs, study programs. We count more than 30 of them entirely taught in English. And this, of course, is constantly increasing in the last years. And referring also to what Luca said before, we also have double degrees, very important opportunities, especially we also have double degree with France. And also we offer our international students, of course, the chance to study abroad as for Italian students. Few words regarding our campuses. We are a very big university, as I was saying before. We do not have only one campus, but more than one. Our main campus, the main building, is located in the very city center, just 5 minutes away from Duomo Square. And it's very interesting because it's one of the most artistically significant buildings in Milan. It was constructed by Filarete in the 15th century, and it was the first public hospital in Europe. So a very important building that has destined to a university only after Second World War. So it's full of history, and it's very nice also to visit. We do have other campuses, especially for what concerns scientific faculties. They are located in this part of the city called Città Studi, and there we also have laboratories for research. This is an overview of the areas of study that are covered by our university. As you can see, we cover almost all fields of study, and especially for what concerns medicine and healthcare and science and technology field, we do have many courses, master's program and courses entirely taught in English. Just to give you an overview, 29 degree programs entirely taught in English, 21 double degrees that allows you to have a degree that is valid both in Italy and in a partner university abroad, and also single cycle program. For what concerns double doctoral programs, they are available in all the fields I was saying before. They are, of course, very oriented towards research, and of course they are supported by fellowship, special fellowship. They have a strong international orientation because many of our professors and also students who apply for PhD, they come from abroad. They're international students and international professors. So of course the international orientation is very important here. A few words regarding admission and fee. That is, I think, a very important topic for our students, prospective students. We are a public university, so of course our fees are very low because we want to give all our students the chance to study with us. For what concerns Italian students, they pay on the basis of their financial situation, so on the family economic situation. But for what concerns international students, they pay on the basis of their citizenship, because of course it's quite difficult to assess the economic situation of students if they are abroad, and their of course their entrances gain abroad. So for this reason, we decided to put create these three groups, and international students, they pay a maximum of €1,000 a year. This not considering any scholarship. Of course, we also offer scholarship based on merit or income. Later, the next slide, I will talk about that. I would like to check also for what concerns application. I would like to clarify that our application procedure opens yearly in March and closes in June or July, depending on the course chosen, in order for our students to start studying with us in September. We do not have an intake in February. We only have one intake in September for all courses, bachelor or master's or PhD. The most part of our bachelor programs do have a test in order to get in. As Luca Biferale was explained before, most part of our tests, admission tests, are decided by us, by university, are managed by us. The other courses like medicine, for example, veterinary, and like this, they have a general national admission test with a national ranking. For what concerns master's program, they are, generally speaking, they are based on a case-by-case evaluation and case-by-case selection of the candidates that should upload in the system all the documents needed in order to assess their candidature. So basically, there is CV or resume, there are motivational letters, support letters from professors or boss from the work environment, language certificate, very important, and also quite important, of course, the transcript of records of the bachelor degree and the exams taken in grade. For what concerns scholarship, we have scholarship opportunities award on merit, award on income, or both. And we have a special program for international students, which is called Eccellenze Scholarship Programs. Gives all our international students the chance to have 150 scholarship of €6,000 plus enrollment fees exemption. This scholarship is entirely dedicated to our best international master students, so a very restricted number of students. You have quite a good possibility to get it. Of course, we also have accommodation and refectory services, which are available for best students. Few words regarding Milan. Milan is a very international and dynamic city. It's located in a crucial and in the heart of Europe, a crucial position, very close to all European capitals. And of course, we very much encourage our students to go abroad, to take an exchange abroad. We do have more than 1,000 agreements in all Europe for exchange periods. We have double degree programs, as I was saying before. We also have a special scholarship for our students to train abroad, for the internship, the trainship, and also to do the research for master thesis abroad. So a lot of opportunities for studying abroad. And few words again regarding the chance to study in Milan. Studying in Milan is a great idea, in my opinion, because it offers our students the chance to study in a unique scientific environment, where scientific research and innovation fields are really at the top level in Europe. In Milan, we count more than 11 universities. So many international students, many things to do, a lot of chances to meet new friends, and most important, a lot of chances to train both during your study and after graduation in a dynamic and international environment, and especially for what concerns business, management, research, and scientific innovation. Really, Milan is the right choice, in my opinion. many things to do, many enjoyable places to go out and to meet new friends. So definitely also a lot of fun being in Milan. And this was everything I wanted to say. These are our contacts. So please do not hesitate to contact us through, of course, email if you want, but we do have, of course, Twitter account, a Instagram page, Facebook page, and of course, I'm also here should you need further information. Thank you very much.
Grazie Anna, ci sono delle domande
Sì.
che adesso le leggo.
Grazie.
Allora, i doppi degree, i double degree,
Sì.
Italian or English?
Per la maggior parte English, so the most part of our degree are double degrees are from courses that are taught in English, but also we have double degrees with courses that are basically taught in Italian language. Like, for example, foreign languages program, we have a double degree. Of course, foreign languages, our students do study many languages, but basically it's a course taught in Italian. So we have double degree for both.
Okay, but except languages, mainly the rest is for double degrees?
Yes, quite all the double degree programs are in English, yes. Also, we have a very important double degree for law, which is of course taught in Italian. And but yes, basically, yes, they are taught in English.
Okay. Sirin is asking, no admission test then?
Well, depending on the course chosen, for bachelor programs, almost all bachelor do have an admission test. But for master program, is the opposite. Almost all our master's program are open to admission with a case-by-case evaluation of our candidate.
Okay. Sukaina is asking for payment. Those who have Italian nationality but live in a different country, do they basically pay like Italians who live in Italy or not?
No, the thing is not really about citizenship, but about where students live and pay taxes. So this is what counts.
Okay, thank you. Elsa Mary is asking, Erasmus is possible in this university, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah.
We have more than 1,000 agreements in all Europe for our students to train with Erasmus program, both Erasmus for study, Erasmus for trainship, Erasmus, we have a special program with Switzerland, and also other mobility scholarship, which are not Erasmus.
Okay, thank you very much. Any more questions from the students who are listening to this presentation? We had intense conversation about English and Italian for this for the presentations, and you know, there are, I understand many students who were looking forward to a presentation in Italian. Maybe you can share with us, is there a site they can go to where you have maybe videos in Italian they can?
Sure. We have a YouTube channel, so it's very simple. You just need to type UNIMI as University of Milan in short, and you will have access to all our videos, also made by students itself, but also made, for example, by professors. We also have all our videos from every faculty has his own video, so very likely you the most part of them are in Italian, of course. Okay. So,
and what about the journée porte ouverte, la giornata di accoglienza, open day? Quando?
Yes, we have an open day every year in May. Of course, until 2019 it was in person. But after 2020, we switched to online mode, of course, and it's not an open day anymore, it's an open week. So if you go on our website, you can still find the presentations of the last open week was held in May, last May. So it's still available. You can have the chance to see all the presentation of the courses, and it's very nice, very interesting, because you have, of course, the chance to navigate also in our website, to surf our website. In any case, in May, we had held it in May every year.
Is it still possible to come to university, speak Italian, talk to Italian teachers?
Sure, with pleasure, definitely. We are now back to 100% in presence. So definitely all our students are back in presence and the lessons in our buildings. All our professors are in presence. So also we are working in the offices. So we are very glad to receive international students and to show them our buildings, let them talk to professors, clarify all the doubts. So very welcome. Just write me. Maybe I can write in the chat my personal email if someone wants to have a contact with me directly and to fix maybe an appointment. Also, of course, through Teams, Zoom.
Yeah.
If it's okay for you.
If you don't mind. Yeah.
Sure, with pleasure.
For your help. Ok, Anna, grazie mille.
Grazie a voi ancora davvero per questa bellissima opportunità. È stato veramente un piacere essere qui con voi e insomma avere questa opportunità insomma di essere parte di questa bellissima iniziativa. Grazie.
Grazie mille Anna, buona serata.
Buona serata.
Let's pass on to l'Università di Bologna, Clara Borghi e Federica Onofri. Federica e Clara, the floor is yours. Eccoci.
Thank you. Let me share some slides. Okay, thank you for this opportunity and nice to meet you all. My name is Federica Onofri and I work at the International Programs Office, Education Division of the University of Bologna. And this evening, with my colleague Clara Borghi, we are going to give you a brief overview of our university. Let me just start with some history pills. Going too fast. So actually the origins of the University of Bologna go way back. So it is considered also the oldest university in the Western world. Its history is being intertwined with that of great names of science and literature. And it is still a keystone and a point of reference for European culture in all Europe. But actually, notwithstanding our 9 centuries of history, Unibo has always had a very strong vocation to be international and to be innovative as well. And we also have, as a structure, we have a multi-campus. So besides the main campus in Bologna, we have campuses in Ravenna, Forlì, and Rimini, and a campus in Buenos Aires, besides some field offices in New York, Brussels, and Shanghai. And our multi-campus structure allows students to access the regional resources they need. And also each campus actually offers tailored programs linked to the city's facilities and heritage. And all campuses are offering a vibrant student city life. And they are all very easily reachable by train and by car. It only takes a maximum of 1 hour. And most of them are based close next to the seaside. So students can also benefit from the entertainment and cultural activities offered by the Emilia-Romagna region. So life is really very easy and enjoyable for students. And now let me just, in terms of international collaboration, let me just send one slide to tell you that Unibo is also part of a very prestigious network in Europa. And it is an alliance of 8 European prestigious universities sharing a new vision for the university of the future, by also creating leading initiatives to rethink higher education in different disciplines areas with different formats. So for example, in the focus area of European Studies, we are about to activate for the next academic year a new joint bachelor program in European Studies with our partner universities. So this is a very brand new and innovative kind of program. And you will be welcome to apply also to this new program as well. Well, in terms of ranking and awards, we are well positioned within the best 200 positions in the world in the main worldwide rankings. And for the Times Higher Education, we are still the top university in Italy. And we also have a very strong attention towards sustainable goals. And we are still very well positioned also in the green metric for this. And also in the Chances, which is the Italian official ranking. And as I was saying, internationalization has always been a cross-dimensional aspect of all our strategies. And it started with implementing a lot of study exchanges opportunities for students. And then it has been boosted in the last 20 years by activating now up to 80 international programs entirely taught in English, and also joint programs with international universities. And besides, also international opportunities in terms of placement and research are also offered, fostered, and promoted to our students. So, starting with the opportunities to study abroad, as I was saying, we send and receive more Erasmus exchange students than any other European universities in Europe, actually. So, and in general, we have forged international collaborations with the most important universities worldwide. And we foster students, teachers, and staff mobility. So we have a broad catalog also of opportunities to study abroad. And here you can see some numbers in terms of agreements and collaborations, and also some examples of study exchange opportunities in the US, Canada, and France, for example. Some of these are Erasmus exchanges, some others are specific collaborations between degree programs, both for study exchanges or research, the final dissertation preparation, or for even internship abroad, often funded by also scholarships. So let's talk a little bit about numbers. We are quite a huge student population. So we have more than 85,000 students fully enrolled, of which more than 6,000 international students from 140 different countries in the world. And in terms of mobility, the data of 2020-21 actually suffered a lot from the COVID pandemic because we used to have more than 3,500 students outgoing and incoming, but these numbers are going up again. And we are now fully back also in presence, and we are receiving international students again. Let me just show you some brief words from our students. We are in fact running a student ambassador project in which our current students, international but also Italian, are helping us in mentoring prospective students and first year students, and also are helping us organizing some welcoming events and activities for students. So it's really creating a good network of ambassadors and also alumni. So going to the hard part of the presentation. So what can you study at our universities? We have a wide degree program catalog with more than 240 degree programs in total. 97 are the bachelor programs of 3 years. 10 of these are totally in English, and we will have a few more for next academic year, actually. And then we have 132 master programs, of which 79 taught in English, and also 14 combined bachelor and masters, which are the so-called single cycle degree, so of 5 or 6 years, so all the area of medicine, architecture, and so over. And also we have an important post-laureate offer in terms of PhD, specialization schools, and professional master. And we offer degree programs in this field of studies, covering almost all disciplines. And our degree programs are offered by our 32 departments and 5 schools. So these are the field of studies in which you can find our degree program. And now just let me show you the undergraduate programs that we have in English. I'm not going to show the 80 in Italian, but you can easily search also on the website. And with respect to our international offer, which we boost quite a lot, we have a bunch of courses in the economic social sciences, with the new one I was telling you about, the European Studies one. And then we have the genomics and the pharmacy and medicine, which are the single cycle degree programs. And now I think I can leave the floor to my colleague, Clara. Clara, are you here? So you can just to focus more on the application procedures.
Eccomi qua. Buongiorno a tutti. Good evening, everyone. Just 1 second for the slides. Okay. I'm Clara from the International Desk, which is the office which actually meets and supports international students when they are applying for admission. So I will get you more into details on what to do if you actually want to join our university. So let's start with choosing the program. As Federica mentioned, we have really a very wide variety of courses. So the first step is deciding which program is the one for you. There's a program catalog that you can find in the website. And you can see that it's divided for each subject. By choosing the subject, you can see the courses which are offered in that specific area. And you see at the top of the page, there are filters, so you can filter out the courses according to the area, the program type, bachelor or master, laurea or laurea magistrale, and the language, Italian or English. Then for each course, you will find a degree program website. You can click there and you will get to a website which is totally dedicated to that specific program. And it includes information on how to apply. Sorry, Zoom. Change the slides. Okay. So in the website, you will find a dedicated page which explains how to apply for the course. It's important for you to note that admissions are closed at the moment because they will open again in January for the academic year 22-23. So classes will start in September and you will be able to apply starting from January next year. So the admission is based on different kinds of admission tests. For English programs, admission is mostly based on tests such as SAT or English TOLK. And for Italian programs, the very common test is the TOLK test, which you can see in this slide. So TOLK is an entry test, which can be in English or Italian according to the program you're applying for. And it contains questions related to understandings, logical reasoning, and then specific questions on mathematics or science according to the kind of program you're applying for. It's a test which is in common in between many Italian universities. So if you sit a TOLC test and you have a TOLC score, you can use that score to apply to the University of Bologna, but also to many other universities in Italy. At the moment, the test is delivered also in the TOLC a casa mode. It means that you can do the test completely online from your home on the internet.
Scusi, il test è quindi indispensabile per i corsi in italiano, ma anche i corsi in inglese?
Sì, sia per i corsi in italiano che per i corsi in inglese c'è un test da superare. A seconda del tipo di corso a cui si vuole fare domanda, c'è un test specifico. Quindi il TOLC è molto diffuso per molti corsi, ma ci sono anche dei casi particolari. So the TOLC is used for many programs, but also depending on the course, it could this is just an example of a case, which is the Medicine and Surgery degree program in English, which is a very popular program in English that we offer. It's a 6-year program. And in this case, the admission is at national level. So if you want to take this medicine and surgery course, you will need to take a very specific entry test, which is just designed for medicine, and it's called IMET test. So in this case, it won't be the TOLC, but it will be a specific test.
Still, it will be in English, because the class...
The test will be in English, yes. Ok. Solo un secondo, chiedo a Federica se può girare lei le slide, perché a me impazziscono. Ok. Andiamo pure. Okay, so those were the basic info for the medicine course. And then we have some additional information for those of you who have non-European citizenship. So to enter in Italy, you will need to do additional applications for pre-enrollment and visa, because you will need a visa to move and study in Italy for the whole program. And there's something additional for non-EU students willing to study in Italian language. Se volete studiare in italiano e avete la cittadinanza non europea, dovrete superare un requisito di italiano, quindi o dimostrare di avere un certificato di italiano o superare un test organizzato dall'Università di Bologna. Something that's useful for every kind of student, it's the information regarding financial aid. So as already the Università Statale mentioned, the tuition fees are usually based on the economic situation of the student. And then we also have some financial aid, so that means study grants. We have two different kinds of support. The one based on the financial situation of the family and the one based on the merit of the student. So if we speak about financial aid based on the financial situation of your family, it's the one which is managed by Ergo, an agency that works in the region Emilia-Romagna. Ergo can offer scholarships. These scholarships can be up to 5,000 euros per year, and also complete reduction of tuition fees. So in this case, the minimum fee would be 157 euros per year. And Ergo also offers accommodation in student dorms and part-time jobs. If you don't apply for this kind of financial aid based on the financial situation of your family, then the tuition fees can reach a maximum of 3,000 euros for a bachelor. Medicine and dentistry have slightly higher tuition fees that you can see in the slides. The other kind of financial aid is the one based on merit. That means that your family is not considered, but only the student and what he can prove, his skills. In this case, the most important action is called the Univo Action 1 and 2. Basically, we offer total exemption of tuition fees and study grants, which are 11,000 euros per year. This kind of study grants are based and assigned on the scores of SAT and TOLC tests. So I already spoke about the TOLC test. The other possibility is the SAT, which is the international test managed by College Board, and it's used by most American universities for the selection of students. So if you want to sit one of these two international tests, you can apply for the grant, and if you will score among the best students, you can receive this study grant of 11,000 euros. The call for next year will be published in December. So if that's something that could be interesting for you, you can go and check the website from next month, and you will find the specific information on how to apply. Then we also have scholarship opportunities from the Italian government's grants or advanced studies, but this is mostly targeting students applying for master and PhD courses. So this is just an idea for the future. Those were the basic information on how to apply. Now I will just really give you a very short view of what can be the student services that we offer to everyone which is joining the University of Bologna. So we have, for example, the sports center. They have courses for amateurs, but also teams which are participating in university tournaments that you could join. Then there is the spaces, the libraries, study rooms that you can use during your studies. They are all over the city and divided in different buildings, because the University of Bologna is not in a campus outside the city, but it's actually in the city center of each city where it is located. Then you will have the possibility to improve your Italian by attending the free Italian language courses at your arrival. And of course, we have the museums. That's a very large network of museums that you can visit, and they are basically the archive of the university, where there are all the collections which were gathered all along the centuries of history of the university. And finally, those are our contacts. So me, I'm Clara. I'm working in the international desk, the office that you can see here. And this is the main website where you can find links to everything we mentioned in this presentation. So you just easily type unibo.it/admissions, and you will reach a page with all the basic infos on how to apply. Then if you want to join our an event to have more information and more presentations about our programs, you can join the virtual fair that will take place on January 25th. Soon you will be able to sign up and register for the event. And then if you already have a specific idea of what you want to study, which program, and you want to have information on the subjects, the application and deadlines, or how to organize your studies, you can email the program coordinator of each program. So every course has a dedicated person called program coordinator that you can email or contact, and that will be able to guide you in the application and during your studies. So that was it. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. If you have any question, you can write them in the chat.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the presentation. Rapidly, the talk, is it a paying test?
Talk is a test that is available in different kind of talk. There is an English talk or talk in Italiano, and there's a
È a pagamento?
Sì, there's an application fee which is 20 euros.
Okay.
20 euro per ogni volta che si sostiene il test.
Grazie. C'è una domanda su un double degree French-Italian, le lascio rispondere forse.
Sì, abbiamo, magari questo lo dico in italiano, tanto immagino che sarà per uno studente che parla italiano. Allora, abbiamo vari double degree con università francesi, in cui ovviamente lo studente studia in italiano la parte all'Università di Bologna e in francese nell'Università francese. Uno di questi che mi viene in mente come esempio è la laurea a ciclo unico in giurisprudenza per operatori italo-francesi. È un corso di diritto che prevede che lo studente studi anni alternati tra Bologna e Parigi. Quindi questo è un esempio, poi ce ne sono altri, vanno approfonditi nell'elenco dei corsi.
Dov'è che possono trovare questa informazione sui double degree France e Italie?
C'è nel catalogo che abbiamo fatto vedere prima, che è sull'home page dell'università. È possibile filtrare per livello del corso e poi anche è possibile selezionare solo i corsi internazionali. E dentro ogni schedina del corso è indicato se esiste nella versione double degree e chi è l'università partner.
Grazie. L'ultima domanda, poi passiamo, è quando si deve fare la richiesta per avere i sostegni finanziari secondo la situazione familiare, chiede Mae.
Allora, quelli secondo la situazione economica della famiglia si chiedono di solito a partire da giugno.
Per l'anno dopo, per settembre.
Per settembre, sì. Quindi a partire da giugno 2022 per chi iniziare i corsi a settembre. Consiglierei però di cominciare già a guardare le informazioni un po' prima, perché per le famiglie che producono il reddito fuori dall'Italia c'è un po' di documentazione da preparare, quindi è bene arrivarci preparati.
Grazie mille, grazie mille. Buonasera. Allora passiamo adesso all'Università di Trento. Vi ringraziamo entrambe e ci risentiamo rapidamente dopo. Allora, Chiara Lombardo per l'Università di Trento.
Sì, buonasera.
Grazie.
Bonsoir. Hello, everybody. I would like to make a little cinema time. I really hope that I can cope with the technical issues. Can I share my screen with you, perhaps? Okay. So here you are. Some cinema time for you.
Arriviamo.
So good evening to everybody. It is a pleasure to see my screen so crowded with your names in this dark and cold autumn evening. My name is Chiara and I graduated at the University of Trento many years ago. And since 2000, I have been working there. You were not even born. So I had the chance to witness the big changes and the evolution that the university has undergone over the last 30 years. Just to mention one, the international dimension. In the 90s, within the university narrow spaces, English was spoken only during the lectures in English literature, while now English is spoken everywhere. We do have 25 master's degree courses and 2 bachelor's degree courses completely taught in English. And altogether, we attract every year around 1,350 international degree-seeking students and PhD students from all over the world. In addition to the degree-seeking students, we have also 500 exchange students every year who spend a period from 1 to 2 semesters and make the university and the town lively and multicultural. The so-called internationalization at home is an added value for our local students as well. As a third-year student, the only chance I had to study abroad was the Erasmus program, and I was asked to choose among a poor dozen of universities all over Europe. In the end, I feel very lucky to have been selected to spend 9 months at the Université Stendhal Grenoble, even though my scholarship hardly covered my meals at the canteen. Now, Unitrento students are kind of spoiled for choice when it comes to decide where to spend a period abroad. And they can build and customize their own international, intercultural, interdisciplinary career and network, and can choose among hundreds of destinations, 570 just to be more precise. Let's ideally build an international education for a Unitrento student, eager to travel and to face new challenges. You can start at bachelor's level with an exchange period of 1 or 2 semesters, either in Europe within Erasmus or extra Europe within bilateral agreements. Then you might want to make a 3-month thesis research period abroad. And after that, you decide to continue at Unitrento with a master's degree course. In English, why not? And you might opt for a double degree program in Europe or in the States or in the United Kingdom. And at the end, you get, at the end of this integrated study plan, you get 2 diplomas that you can spend in both countries. Then, as a graduate, you can make an internship abroad in a company or an international organization to get new skills and to get ready for the work market. The scholarship for the outgoing students range now from 2,000 to 5,500 euros per semester, plus an integration according to the family income, which altogether makes an excellent support to face the costs of life abroad.
Chiara,
This was just...
La interrompo, mi permetto.
Certo, mi dica.
Yes, I have quite a few people on the messaging system who say that, you know, maybe they have some difficulties with English. I'm asking again, if I may, just 1 second. Anyone who doesn't, again, do we still have our colleagues who do not speak any Italian? Are you still on? Because previously we had 3-4 people who didn't speak any Italian. So I was wondering if they're still with us or not, because we're speaking English for them.
Ok.
Parlano italiano?
Sì, io parlo in italiano, certo. La presentazione l'ho preparata in inglese, ma non dovrebbero esserci problemi a continuare in italiano.
Mi potete rispondere sulla messaggeria se c'è qualcuno. If anyone who doesn't speak Italian, still on?
I can go slow if you
Italian,
prefer.
Russell replied, can you understand Italian? Okay, so we have Russell, but he will follow in Italian. Perché il problema è che effettivamente senza presentazioni...
Ah no, ma adesso inizia la presentazione.
Ah, lei ha le slide.
This was just a short... Questa era una breve introduzione che volevo un po' smuovere gli animi.
Però in inglese
un po' più... No, allora, ma se volete continuo in italiano.
No, sarei d'accordo, passiamo in italiano. Russell, I'm saying this for Russell. You will see the presentation, la presentazione in inglese.
In inglese, sì, però la posso dire in italiano.
Va bene, facciamo.
E inizia tra 2 minuti, finisco l'introduzione in inglese se mi permette e poi dopo facciamo in italiano, va bene?
Facciamo da subito in italiano.
Subito in italiano, va bene. Allora, e come si diceva prima, proviamo le opportunità di studiare all'estero una volta che siete studenti dell'Università di Trento sono veramente tantissime e stavo cercando di farvi capire all'interno del vostro percorso ideale come potreste idealmente costruire una esperienza internazionale, una formazione internazionale. A livello di bachelor, quindi di laurea triennale, potreste iniziare con un bel programma Erasmus di 1 o 2 semestri in Europa. Abbiamo però anche molti accordi con università extraeuropee che permettono anche loro di fare uno scambio di 6 o 12 mesi, 1 o 2 semestri. Alla fine della triennale potete decidere di fare una tesi, di scrivere la vostra tesi all'estero per un periodo di 3 mesi e poi potreste decidere di continuare in una delle lauree magistrali o in italiano o in inglese. Io pensando che vi interessassero quelle in inglese ho evidenziato quelle, ma ovviamente abbiamo anche tutta l'offerta in italiano. E potreste anche optare per fare una doppia laurea, non tanto con la Francia, visto che siete francesi, ma con tutti gli altri paesi europei. Abbiamo delle doppie lauree con il Regno Unito, abbiamo delle doppie lauree con la Germania, l'Austria, la Spagna, il Portogallo. Dopo nel dettaglio, nelle slide che manderò alla dottoressa Bonvini, potete vedere un po' tutto l'elenco delle cose. Ma intanto mi premeva farvi un discorso generale di quelle che sono le opportunità. E quindi mentre quando io ero studentessa negli anni 90 potevo scegliere tra 10 università in tutta Europa, adesso veramente ci sono tantissime destinazioni e avete l'imbarazzo della scelta. Ed è per questo che ci piace pensare all'Università di Trento un po' come un trampolino, che nel nostro caso, siccome siamo in mezzo alle montagne, in mezzo alla neve, allo sci, potrebbe essere un trampolino più che sul mare, sulle montagne, un trampolino da sci. E in questi anni io ho notato, ho visto questo grande cambiamento delle università, non solo dal punto di vista della dimensione internazionale, ma anche proprio come una famiglia che si è allargata tantissimo, di amicizie che sono cresciute nel tempo. Giusto per farvi sorridere, ho chiesto a un nostro ex studente di un progetto che seguivo nel 2001, uno studente venuto dall'Eritrea e che adesso è un analista finanziario a Trentino Sviluppo, che è la più grande realtà territoriale che aiuta le start-up, eccetera, e gli ho chiesto di seguire mio figlio sedicenne negli studi. E quindi questa amicizia è tornata anche utile perché lui lo sta seguendo e veramente i risultati sono fantastici. E adesso vorrei finire questo discorso e essere un po' più istituzionale e condividere di nuovo il mio schermo in modo che mi possiate seguire più facilmente. Adesso cerco di condividere lo schermo e la presentazione che ho preparato per voi. La presentazione è in inglese, ma io la farò in italiano. Allora, qui vedete dove è situata Trento. È un posto abbastanza strategico vicino a diversi...
Abbiamo ancora lo screen sharing.
Ah, non avete lo screen sharing. Vediamo come posso risolvere la cosa, condividere lo schermo. Così?
Perfetto, sì.
Perfetto, scusate.
Se vuole metterlo in
E
preparazione.
lo metto un po' più grande, vero? Metto in modalità di... Eccoci, eravamo arrivati alla posizione di Trento. E qui vi vorrei dire che Trento è al primo posto, primo o secondo posto quest'anno, c'è Parma prima quest'anno che ci ha rubato il primato per la qualità della vita, e non solo per i giovani ma anche per gli anziani, e quindi è un posto ideale dove si può studiare, dove si lavora benissimo e dove si può anche, perché no, avere la propria pensione, spendere la propria pensione. Nel 2014 è stata nominata come una delle 10 smart cities nel mondo e in più è appena stata nominata la più green d'Italia. È veramente il posto ideale dove vivere, dove vi potete divertire e praticare soprattutto tanti sport sia estivi che invernali quando volete ricaricare le batterie dallo studio. Andiamo avanti parlando dell'Università di Trento. È una media università di media grandezza con circa 17.000 studenti, 8% dei quali sono internazionali degree seeking, cioè quelli che si iscrivono proprio dall'inizio per conseguire il titolo, non gli exchange. È un'università giovane, è nata nel 62 come prima scuola di scienze sociali in Italia. E si sta sviluppando sempre di più. Per dirvi, l'anno scorso abbiamo aperto il centro di scienze mediche da pochissimo. Come vedete anche è posizionata ai primi posti a livello nazionale tra le medie università, sempre per i servizi, scusate, le borse di studio, l'internazionalizzazione, la comunicazione e l'edilizia. Anche a livello mondiale siamo piazzati abbastanza bene. Contiamo 11 dipartimenti e 4 centri che sono dislocati nella città. La città è di circa 100.000 abitanti, quindi è una piccola realtà, una media realtà anche la città. E le facoltà umanistiche, i dipartimenti umanistiche sono in centro città, ideali per chi ama il movimento, lo shopping, prendere un aperitivo con gli amici. Questa è la famosa sociologia. E questa è la nuova centro di Medical Sciences e poi sono dislocate le discipline scientifiche in collina, in un setting veramente bello perché in mezzo al verde, molto molto rilassante e panoramico, e qui abbiamo i dipartimenti di collina appunto scientifici. E poi c'è un terzo polo che è quello di Rovereto, che è una città d'arte molto carina dove c'è il famoso museo MART di arte moderna, e a 10 minuti da Trento ci sono appunto questi due dipartimenti su psicologia e cognitive science. Inoltre abbiamo anche un dipartimento di Food Environment, detto C3A, alimentazione, agricoltura e environment, che si trova vicino a Trento, a San Michele all'Adige, in un bellissimo contesto in mezzo ai vigneti e ai boschi davvero incontaminati. Qui, siccome pensavo che vi interessassero i programmi interamente impartiti in lingua inglese, ho fatto la lista dei 2 bachelor, delle lauree triennali e dei 25 lauree magistrali in lingua inglese. Però, come vedete sotto, c'è anche il link, poi vi lascio la presentazione con tutti i link, a tutta l'offerta accademica anche in italiano. Per essere ammessi ci sono dei test di ammissione sempre a tutti i livelli, in tutte le discipline. È richiesto un italiano a livello B1 per i corsi in lingua italiana, a livello B2 inglese per quelli in lingua inglese, dove invece non è richiesto l'italiano, essendo tutte le lezioni e tutti gli esami e le attività in lingua inglese. Anche noi abbiamo questi test di ammissione che ormai sono un po', se non sbaglio, regolamentati a livello nazionale come procedure. C'è una parte di cultura generale e una parte invece più specifica in base alla disciplina scelta. I costi delle tasse variano ovviamente a seconda, anche qui come le borse di studio, a seconda del reddito e del patrimonio della famiglia di provenienza. Non c'è differenza tra italiani e europei, cambia solo la procedura di richiesta, ma alla fine le tasse sono quelle. Per i cittadini non europei forse sono leggermente diverse, adesso non ho sotto mano il dato, ma anche lì se uno studente è particolarmente meritevole e passa con un buon punteggio l'esame di ammissione, questo è riferito soprattutto alle lauree magistrali in lingua inglese, addirittura ha l'esonero dalle tasse e riceve una borsa di studio, perché l'Università di Trento sta facendo un forte reclutamento su questa tipologia di studenti che sono degree seeking, che si immatricolano dall'inizio del corso di laurea magistrale per conseguire il titolo. Abbiamo on campus l'accommodation, abbiamo diversi ostelli, dormitori dove si può avere il mini appartamento, la singola, la doppia. Più o meno io vi ho messo le tariffe perché abbiate un'idea dei costi della vita, pasti compresi. Adesso volevo parlarvi del fatto che l'Università di Trento ha molto a cuore la socializzazione degli studenti internazionali che arrivano e quindi c'è proprio un servizio di welcome che organizza delle attività durante tutto l'anno. C'è una festa, un drink iniziale per salutare tutti gli studenti arrivati, ma poi anche durante l'anno vengono organizzate delle escursioni, dei piccoli viaggi, delle attività. L'anno scorso e l'anno prima, avendo avuto questa pausa forzata del Covid, ero stata incaricata io di inventarmi un po' di attività da fare online. E quindi abbiamo deciso, messo in piedi un servizio che è piaciuto tantissimo agli studenti, che prevedeva dei caffè, degli aperitivi. Prima avevamo iniziato il venerdì pomeriggio, poi però gli studenti ci hanno chiesto di farli il sabato mattina e quindi abbiamo rinominato questa iniziativa che prima si chiamava Thank God It's Friday, adesso si chiama Saturday Chat Life, perché ovviamente avendo cambiato giorno abbiamo cambiato proprio anche veste. E qui trovate tutti gli argomenti di cui abbiamo parlato, dal body language, cioè dal linguaggio non verbale, dalle canzoni preferite, i cibi di strada, il book club. Qui per ogni mom is always mom. Ovviamente non ero io che animavo gli aperitivi, anche se io ero dietro all'organizzazione, ma erano due nostri studenti bravissimi che collaboravano con noi, pagati, che facevano un po' da mediazione e animavano un dibattito tra pari. E questa iniziativa è piaciuta moltissimo, adesso l'abbiamo sospesa perché siamo in presenza al 100%, non ha più senso continuarla, però la riproporremo a gennaio in vista dei nuovi arrivi per un mesetto, giusto perché così gli studenti si possono conoscere ancora prima di arrivare. Questa sezione di sito, che spero voi riusciate a vedere, è appunto stata messa in piedi nell'anno del lockdown, perché abbiamo raccolto qui tutte le iniziative che potevano interessare gli studenti internazionali perché erano online, quindi in modalità virtuale. Quindi Italian Cuisine, Italy for Beginners, che sono corsi di cultura italiana, ovviamente ci sono i corsi di lingua italiana a vari livelli, intensivi, estensivi, che per gli studenti internazionali sono gratuiti fino al raggiungimento del livello richiesto dal piano di studio. Quindi se uno deve raggiungere per il suo corso in economia il B2 di inglese e ha solo il B1, avrà la gratuità per un corso prima per poter raggiungere il livello richiesto. E tornando alla presentazione, vi mostro i contatti. Come dicevamo prima, siamo divisi in 3 mobility offices. C'è quello di città per tutte le materie umanistiche che abbiamo visto, no? Economia, giurisprudenza, sociologia, medicina, quello della collina per l'area tecnologica e quella di Rovereto per l'area psicologica e scienze cognitive. Io di fatto non appartengo a nessuno di questi uffici di mobilità, quindi io non ho purtroppo il contatto diretto con lo studente perché lavoro nell'ufficio centrale che è la divisione relazioni internazionali, quindi io mi occupo più degli accordi, del partenariato con le università e ecco, quindi non sono proprio la persona a cui chiedere il dettaglio delle informazioni, ma qui trovate tutte le indicazioni sulle colleghe che lavorano tutti i giorni con gli studenti e quindi vi sanno dire veramente tutto nel dettaglio. Vedete che qua c'è anche il link a Porte Aperte che si svolge proprio in questi giorni fino al 19 novembre. È un'iniziativa online che dura una settimana e come parlavano prima le colleghe di Bologna e Milano per illustrare ai maturandi le varie possibilità di studio. E lì si parla anche di esami di ammissione, eccetera, eccetera.
Scusi Chiara se la interrompo,
Sì,
fisicamente
certo.
può venire a visitare l'università?
Come scusi, non ho capito.
Può venire fisicamente a visitare l'università?
Certo, si può venire fisicamente a visitare l'università.
Porte aperte.
Però è online quest'anno. Sì, è online, dopodiché uno può venire e farsi un giro, di solito sono in presenza, però quest'anno è stato deciso ancora di farlo online, il che forse è anche più comodo perché da casa propria si può entrare proprio nei vari edifici come se si fosse lì. L'ultima cosa che volevo lasciarvi proprio con un regalo all'interno di questo pacchetto che abbiamo fatto per gli studenti internazionali, ci sono dei video molto divertenti di un nostro docente, Dominique Stewart, sugli stereotipi e i malintesi che nascono da un confronto multiculturale. Allora, sono 4 e ve li potete guardare con calma la sera, durante il giorno, in una pausa. Fanno veramente venire il buon umore e sono molto intelligenti, perché è proprio vero che quando si viaggia e si incontra una nuova cultura, per quanto noi italiani e francesi siamo cugini e lo shock culturale potrebbe sembrare non esistere, però in realtà delle piccole cose che creano misunderstandings e degli stereotipi ci sono sicuramente, e viaggiare e fare una bella esperienza di mobilità aiuta sicuramente a superarli e a diventare un cittadino del mondo.
Benissimo, grazie. Allora c'è ancora una domanda, poi ci siamo obbligati a chiudere perché ovviamente time is running short. Allora Milom ci chiede come funziona per l'entrata degli studenti stranieri, è necessario aver fatto 12 anni di scuola?
Sì. Allora sì, probabilmente è uno studente con cittadinanza non europea o comunque ha fatto un'università non in Europa. Sì, sono necessari 12 anni minimi di scolarità pregressa per poter ottenere l'ammissione a un corso di laurea triennale di primo livello.
Benissimo.
Sì, è vero.
E allora un'ultima domanda, poi veramente chiudiamo. Allora, il link per le porte aperte, se ce lo può scrivere sulla messaggeria.
Certamente.
Grazie mille. Ecco.
Sì, perché forse da lì non si riesce, ve lo copio subito. Abbiamo messo a dura prova le mie capacità informatiche. Allora, la chat è qua, ce la posso fare e invio. Ha fatto?
Perfetto, e credo che ci sono molti studenti entusiasti delle possibilità di andare a sciare durante il weekend.
E al lago durante
chiaramente Giovanni, ma durante il weekend. Bene, siamo obbligati a chiudere. La ringrazio infinitamente.
Grazie a voi.
Per le presentazioni.
Indira, buonasera, sono Luca, scusami, Ti volevo solo ricordare, non so se lo hai già detto, che queste registrazioni verranno poi rese pubbliche, no?
Assolutamente, hai ragione, tutte le presentazioni saranno a disposizione sul sito del CAP, provvederemo a inizio settimana prossima, quindi se volete, se avete mancato una presentazione, per esempio, volete riascoltarla, sarà a vostra disposizione.
Grazie.
Benissimo, grazie. Luca, vuoi dire tu una parola di arrivederci?
Beh, ringrazio tutti per averci seguito fino adesso, soprattutto ai colleghi dell'università per aver presentato le loro eccellenze, siamo molto fieri di voi e speriamo insomma che gli studenti anche siano stati contenti e soprattutto grazie a voi Indira, Francesco e Carmen per aver organizzato tutto.
Grazie mille, grazie a tutti e buona serata.
Arrivederci altrettanto,
Arrivederci,
grazie.
grazie Luca.
Arrivederci.
Grazie a tutti, arrivederci.
Grazie, arrivederci.